Hey guys, this is Michael Leo's. I'm gonna make a video on some hatchlings. These hatchlings are from one pairing. Both parents are tangerines, double het for radar. In my other video, if you've seen it, the father is the one male named Baby Boy. So I thought I'll show off some of his hatchlings. There's four that's hatched so far this year. For the female, sorry about that. I got a slight cold. And I thought I'd just show them off. It's pretty, I thought it'd be a good example. Whenever you put a double het or an animal that's het for two recessives and another animal with two recessives, you have a slew of different babies that can come out. You have normals, you have bells, you have eclipses, and you have radars. So you got four different animals that could be produced, and of course all of those could be het for one recessive or the other, except for a radar, of course, which is visually showing both the bell and the eclipse gene. So I'll start you off. I'm going to go from one to the other, tell you what they are, tell you what if they're het and the percentage for the het. So let's get started. First we have, and this is the setup there in a 6-quart container. Of course they have a hide. I just took the hides out so that I don't have to, take the hide out every single time I film. So first we have a normal, and this guy was born on the 7th. So he's already done his first shed, and he's been eating. He's actually eating consistently, probably about 5 to 6 mealworms a day. So he's eating good. But he's a normal, 50% het for bell, 50% het for eclipse. And the reason that he's 50 for bell and 50 for eclipse is because both parents were het for bell and eclipse. So whenever you put a double het animal to a double het animal, half of the babies will be normal if what's visually showing in the parents is normal, of course. So you have 4 out of the visually normal geckos. You have 4 different possibilities. You have a normal with no hets. You have a normal het for bell. You have a normal het for eclipse, and you have a normal het for bell and eclipse. So out of the 4, 1/4 of them will be het for nothing, 1/4 of them will be het for bell, 1/4 of them will be het for eclipse, and 1/4 of them will be het for bell and eclipse. So that's how you get the 50% het bell, het eclipse. So, and he's looking, well, she is temperature, sex for female. She's looking quite nice. You can start seeing the little dots coming through on the bands and everything. So that's her. Next we have, oh wait, no, that one not yet. Next we have a eclipse. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to show it on the film. No, I'm not. But that is eclipse. The eyes are solid black, and you can kind of see she's going to be really orange. Her where you're seeing that area right there, where you're seeing the orange come through, that was black about a week ago. She's about 2 weeks old now, and she's starting to get orange on her tail along the sides and a little bit on the top. So she's going to be real orange, but she is eclipse, 50% het for bell. And when you put a double het to a double het radar, so like I said, het for bell, het for eclipse, what you end up getting is 2 different types of eclipse, because visually it already shows the recessive gene eclipse. You can get a eclipse with no hets, and you can get an eclipse het for bell. So 1/4 of them Well, 1.5 will be het for Belle, and 1.5 of them will not be het for anything. And that's her. Real pretty gecko. She looking like she's gonna be like her father with very little to no spotting and very orange. Okay, so out of the 4 different possibilities of 4 different visible possibilities, so far I've shown you a normal and an eclipse. Next, we have a Belle. So there she is, and her pattern, just like the eclipse, is not normal. Where she has her band around her neck actually is connected right there along that side, and that is a Belle het for 50% het for eclipse, and she looks nice. Her band's already oranging up, and she's only 2 days old. And all of them are temperature sex of female. She's only 2 days old. And what I do with some of them, well, what I do with just albinos is I keep them in at 82 to 83 degrees for the first 22 days. And then after that, I slowly, over the course of 2 weeks, I say over the course of about a week and a half, I kick them up to 89 degrees. So there she is. And the same thing applies when in terms of figuring out the percentages for the eclipse. 2 of the visually showing, there's only 2 possibilities for a visibly showing Belle, and that's a Belle with no hets and a Belle that's het for eclipse. Okay. And next, we have a radar. So I was actually really lucky because you only have a 1 in 16th chance, I think, of getting a radar with a double het animal to a double het animal. And out of the first 4 eggs to hatch, I have 1, so I'm pretty lucky with that. And also, the male was already proven out, but the female was not. So this proves out that she is actually double het for eclipse and Belle. And she really doesn't. This one, he or she, most likely a she, is not. Doesn't have really any band. She has 3 dots on her back, and that's it. One, as you can see, is already turning an orange, red orange color, and a purple. And what I was hoping with putting a double het animal to a double het animal instead of putting a het animal to a radar, well, in this case putting the double het male to a full-blown radar, which actually I did do that too. But in this case, I just, because both of them were tangerines, I wanted my I wanted that to be passed on to that orange color to be passed on to the offspring, the Belle and radar offspring, and that way I can slowly but surely increase the orange in the offspring. It's not going to really show in this F1 group, but slowly but surely over time with line breeding and everything, I can increase the orange in the radars and Belles. So that's her. So out of those 4, let me get this. Out of those 4, the first 4 eggs to hatch, I have 1 of each possibility, visually of course, 1 of each possibility that you or chance that you could get from putting a double het animal to a double het animal. So I'm really pleased with that. And the fact that she's already given me a radar in the first 4 clutches, first 2 clutches, first 4 eggs, I'm really pleased with that, especially because she's a first time breeder, and she already has 10 eggs she's laid, and she's laying another 2. I'm actually hoping that it's her last 2, just because for me that's quite a bit of eggs. I never had a gecko lay that many 12 eggs in 10, hopefully 12 eggs in her first breeding season. So I really don't want to put that much stress on her body, really, in her first breeding season. But she's gravid again, and they look fertile inside her stomach, the best you can tell by that. But all her eggs have been fertile, and I haven't had no eggs not hatch, and I haven't had no duds from her. So if she keeps the trend up, they're probably going to be fertile eggs. So, but that is the hatchlings I wanted to show you. Show you what's going on with my cool Leos. I have some more. I'll make another video with the other hatchlings and some of the other, I guess, groups I'm working with and genes I'm working with. Thank you, and y'all have a great day, month, week, year, life.